Hey, comic book fans, YouTube fans, comic book corner fans, guys, welcome back to Comic Book Corner, and it is me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do another comic book review. That's right, guys, and it's another Marvel Now issue number 1. And this week's issue 1 from Marvel is Uncanny X-Men. That's right, the first issue of another great Marvel Now title. The writer of this book is Brian Michael Bendis, and our artist on this book is is it Chris Picciolo? That's right, and he's actually the colorist as well. First off, I am not a huge fan of Picciolo's art. It's like a hit or miss for me. When his action scenes take place, they're very busy. The colors get like purplish and yellowish, and you find yourself kind of like, oh my god, what the hell's going on? There's almost like too much that goes in the art. But when they're standalone pictures, kind of like in your opening pages here, this is where I do appreciate the artwork, and it's not bad here. And I kind of wish it was like that in the action sequences. I bought this variant cover just because I thought it was better than the regular cover. I'm not sure where the new uniforms came into play. I guess they're new for the new school or whatnot, but when they were tied into the X-Men title, they were still wearing their old costumes. So I'm not sure where they got those new costumes from. I'm not a fan of the new Scott Summers costume, which is somewhere in this book, for crying out loud, which is right here. Here's a good page of all the characters in their costumes. It just looks weird. It just looks like some gigantic light bulb head or some wrestler or something like that. I don't know. And Magneto's costume is white, and yeah, it's just a different feel, and I'm kind of curious why they changed their costumes. Like I said, I don't know if it had to do with the new school or whatnot, but the issue has pretty good AR on it. In one page here, it has a description of the Sentinels destroying a block, and they come out of the ground here, which is pretty neat. And then there's a commercial on it about Kilgore, I forgot the name of it, but it's a commercial for Kilgore Sentinels. Like, you can buy the Mark III, you can buy the Mark IV, and guaranteed to destroy 100 mutants at one time or your money back. So I thought that was pretty good in this particular issue. But the story has to deal with about Nick Fury, Agent Coulson, and Maria Hill go to this cell about this mysterious character, and they actually meet this character. You don't see his face, and you're like, who is this guy? And he's telling them about how there's mutants popping out all over the world, and they're all over the place, and Maria Hill was clueless about how many of these mutants actually were popping up. And basically, Scott Summers is like the face of mutant kind, and people are looking up to him, and they're seeing that he's rescuing these people, and there's this false sense of security for him. And basically, he has to be stopped. And you can see here that everyone is just on board with Scott Summers. They all want to be like him and things like that. And he's trying to be like the face of mutant population. And the thing is his powers are out of control, and nobody knows it, and he has to be exposed. And he's just hiding it, pretending that he knows how to control his powers. And if they feels that his powers are let go, or whatever the case may be, that he'll be exposed and people won't respect him anymore, and this and that. But again, there's more mutants popping out, and right away there's this other mutant that comes out of the woodworks, and here we go. Here's our group. Here's Scott, here's Magic, Emma, the new time traveler mutant Tempest, and there's another mutant that's unknown name at this point. And they try to get this new mutant, and then of course the Sentinels pop out of nowhere, and now our group has to do battle against these Sentinels. The book does a really good job at explaining who our characters are. Our mystery character does that by explaining who our characters are while a story is taking place. And it does a really good job at explaining who these people are. In case you don't know, Scott Summers or Magic or Magneto at this point. So at that aspect, it's really good. Again, the art is always, when there's action, it gets really busy. There's a lot to look at, and you just feel like you're overwhelmed with things. That's what I don't like about the art. But we can see that in the issue that our group takes care of the Sentinels, and they pretty much level a city block, and damage control is basically called in to fix up the mess. So in the end, basically what happens is our mystery character is here, and he's saying that Charles Xavier, Scott Summers basically says that that he's arrogant and that he needs to be exposed and he needs to be stopped, and this person will do anything in his power to expose Scott Summers. And he shows himself at the last page, so if you don't want to see this spoiler, stop it now or fast forward it. Okay, that person who's willing to expose him is this character right here, and it is Magneto. I was like, holy crap, Magneto! But he made perfect sense at the end of this issue. He's like, Charles Xavier and I, we didn't see eye to eye. He's just like, I saw Charles murdered in front of me. He's like, my powers have been taken out. He's like, my powers, I don't control them. I'm not the same person anymore. And he goes, Scott Summers is not the face of the mutant race, and he's not the face of the future, and he's a murdering monster. And he goes, you need to get Scott Summers to reveal himself to the world. You need him to self-destruct in public, and it won't take much longer. And he goes, and I am here to do it. And I'm here to make this happen. And bam! That's the bombshell that you dropped at the end of this issue. Like, shit. So it's like Magneto is like a spy within the group, going to be reporting back to S.H.I.E.L.D. That's awesome. And I can't wait to see how he's going to be the narc and try to stop Scott Summers. And I don't know what's going to happen if he finds out. So really interesting tale. So that's the bombshell that this issue drops on you about how Magneto is going to be a spy for S.H.I.E.L.D. and Maria Hill. It's going to be one wild ride, guys. This is a great book to read. Both X-Men titles are going to be really, really good. But guys, real thing is I want to know how you feel about these new costumes. Do you like them? Do you hate them? What do you think about Cyclops' new costume? I don't know. It looks a little funny. Like I said, a wrestler or some light bulb head. But guys, I'm going to give this issue a 4 out of 5. It was a great story. The art's not really there for me, so that's why I'm taking off the star. I would love to see a different artist on this book. And but I am anxiously waiting to see what will happen in the next issue. So a lot of X titles out there, but Uncanny X-Men and X-Men are the best ones that Marvel, I think, have to offer so far. So guys, that's all I have from you today. And this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. And until the next comic book review, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. I'll see you real soon. Bye.